This was President Hage Geinkop's first overseas trip since his inauguration in March this year. Before his official program, the president laid a wreath at the Jose Marti Monument in honor of the fallen Cuban heroes of revolution. Dr. Geinkop then met the Cuban leader, Army General Raul Castro Ruz, at the presidential palace, where the two discussed the excellent state of bilateral relations and pledged their willingness to further strengthen them. He later on visited various sites in Havana, which included the Center for State Control of Drugs.
One thing we must learn from Cubans is
Una cosa que debemos aprender de los cubanos
perseverance
es perseverar
and maintaining principle.
y mantener sus principios.
Cuba is a small island not far from the United States,
Cuba es una isla pequeña, no lejos de los Estados Unidos,
but has survived,
y ha sobrevivido
maintained their principle,
y mantiene sus
their
principios,
dignity.
su dignidad.
We would like to congratulate our comrades
Queremos felicitar a
for
nuestros
standing
camaradas
fast without compromising the principle,
por mantenerse firmes sin comprometer sus principios.
that the other side has realized that what they were doing is so futile.
Health and Social Services Minister Bernard Haufiku, who was part of the president's delegation, was impressed by the work at the center, saying Namibia had a lot to learn from it.
Cuba manufactures a lot of medicine, vaccine, antibiotics, cancer medication. This is what we're just learning here, and at a very low cost prices. And as you know, medicine in Namibia is very, very expensive. So we're looking at the possibility of sourcing some of the medication that we use in Namibia from Cuba. And there's also talk of Cuba helping Namibia to set up a manufacturing facility or repackaging facility, whatever the case may be. So we're looking at all these aspects of our cooperation.
The president also visited the combined cycle gas plant, which processes raw gas that is then used to generate electricity for delivery and sale to the Cuban national electrical grid. Mines and Energy Minister Obed Kanjebe says there are very valuable lessons in the design of how to capture gas, and Namibia remains interested in studying these examples.
The instruction by the president is that we study it closer, we understand where ours is different from theirs and why the costs are different. We already have an understanding of that, but because it's now a directive by the president, we need to come back here and sit down with our counterparts and sector out the differences between the two projects. If at all, we can take lessons, important lessons, as to how we can harness the costs and perhaps the use of our gas.
After his visit, President Geinkop pledged continuous relations with Cuba for the benefit of the two nations. Donathan Nishirudu, NBC News, Havana, Cuba.